Now the false doors have been two coated. The regular door has been two coated, and so is the other false door. This door was left open overnight so that this insulation would not stick to the door. Now what I'm going to do today is to show you the aspect. This is the half-inch ragdoll roller I was using to paint. To do the lines, I'm going to be using, it's called a pink weenie roller. And they come in different sizes and you can get different handles for them. But it has a real fine nap. And what I'll do is I'll go up and down with the color like this, very, very slowly, so I don't push the paint into here or here. And you'll really see a really sharp contrast. So I want to take a video of this before I do the contrast, and then after. This is for YouTube, also for the client. So now I'm going to start painting. Alright, now I'm going to put on the color, but I want to show you the technique on how to do it. Now if you're, I should have some masking paper down here, like masking paper down here, which or I can repaint that black. But what you want to do is you want to have your weenie roller, and this is a gallon can. They come in 1 gallon, 2 gallon, 5 gallon. It's a screen. And what you want to do is you want to put it in your paint. And usually I don't work off the gallons because I don't like to. This is kind of hard on the hands. But you can also get this little thing at Walmart for, it's called the Grip Works, and you can put it right on here and carry it around. It's really nice. Now let's give this a try and see what's going to happen here. I want to show you the contrast difference. Now, the main important part of this whole project is that it look in harmony. Okay, and with dark colors, it's very, very hard to look in harmony and not garish. So we're going to take our mini roller. And you have to remember, with the mini roller, you have to go very slowly or it'll splatter. Splatter is, you'll get out on everything. So we want to fill the roller here. And you want to be careful about getting paint on this end, like on the end of the handle, or too much gobbed on. Okay, because remember, gravity is gravity, and it works for you or it works against you. Now these rollers, like most rollers, hold a hell of a lot of paint, and you might want to get them a little bit wet first if you want to. That's way too much paint. But what I want to do is get it just so that it's totally smooth, and you got to watch out for these edges here. You can use, there are many kind of rollers. Lambskin, there's 4-inch. This is 2-inch. You can get 6-inch. But the important part is not what you get, it's what you use and why. And that's what I was trained to do. And that's what I'm putting on the internet, because my health is not real good, and maybe, you know, my son will be a painter when he gets older and he can say, look, this is what Dad did. Now, what we want to do is just let it roll on there. Okay, very slowly. Don't push in. The thing is, we do not want to get any paint inside here or here. Now we're going to do this two-coated too. Okay? So the first coat can go on. And remember, there's only so much paint on the roller. Once the roller reaches a stage where it lacks 50% paint, then what happens is it starts to pick the paint back up again. And the way you can tell is you can listen to the roller. If the roller goes on nice and smooth and doesn't make any noise, then you know you're putting the paint on. If it starts making this, let's see. you can hear it. It's kind of a scratchy noise. What that means is that it's taking the paint off of the roller, because or it's taking the paint off the project, because that's what a roller does. A roller picks up paint, whether you have it in the bucket or whether you have it on the project. Now I'm going to do all three of these doors once, and then I'll do them twice, and we'll see how they look. But I want to take a picture of this because I'm never going to get another chance to do it again. Also, what I'm going to do is, now remember, you can change anything you want. See, like right here, I just put on some more paint. Big deal. It's not the right color, but I'll just paint over it. I'm going to do the door frames right here in this color, and you just take the weenie roller and you go, it doesn't have enough paint on it, but you go very slowly down there like that, you see? And this paint here is the trim paint up here. So we have the normal trim paint and a darker purple. So I'm going to trim all this in and do all the false door fronts right here. Let them dry, do it again, and then I'll plastic the whole area and do some work on the top. You got to remember that this is not a traditional way to paint, but on this house I always innovate, because I want to find different ways. Spraying a house is pretty easy, but brushing rolling is a lot harder, but it takes time, and time is money, and you're charging 45 bucks an hour. Then you want to go real quick to get the bid in. Anyway, I'm going to do the door frames. I'll leave this black down here, and then we'll take another picture and see what it looks like. This is what it looks like with the first coat of the trim on the bamboo, false bamboo doors. Now, the thing is, we want to make the doors to where they stand out, but they're not too garish, that they don't look real cartoonish. Now, I've only got one coat on here, and I want to show you some of the problems that you run into. If you happen to overlap, like right along here, we just take a brush with the dark purple and fix it. If you drop a little bit of paint right on the bottom here, we just take a little bit of dark paint and paint it. Here, what we've done on the bottom here is I've gone all the way to the bottom, I've gone over, I'll take a brush and I'll cut that trim piece in on the bottom. And I'll also do across the top. And this is the door here, what the door looks like, and it will look a lot more distinct once I get the second coat on. And you see, I didn't do a little drop here. That's no problem. You can use a wet rag, or you can just put a spot of dark purple paint on it, like that. So I'll give that a second coat. I'll tune up my upper areas. I have to give this a second coat, and I'm practicing my brush and roll, so I'm not using my Titan sprayer right now. But after I fine tune that, this structure with the doors the way they are, it's going to blend in real nice. And these are all colors that are in order. We have your real light purple, and then we have your darker purple. It's called Enchant. And on the fence over here, I just want to show you real quick. If you can see, this is the oil primer that we put on the white. And if you really want to see what the color is, don't take a salesperson's word for it. They don't know shit about colors. Okay, that's why they're making $9 an hour selling that crap. And they don't none of them have ever painted either. But what I've done is I've taken the dark purple on the door and taken a looking at it, too dark, and we've taken the light purple, the really light lavender, with just a hint of lavender in it, and look at it, and I think that's what we're going to go with. What we want to do is we want to have the whole house in harmony We want to have it, and these houses are hard to paint in harmony if you're going to go with satin. Most houses that you see around here, they are all done in flat. Flat is the color. But with satin or eggshell, you have a superior rain shielding, I think. And it does come out a little bit shiny, but in a few months the shine will wear down and it won't look so glittery. Okay. This is how the doors are done in my neck of the woods. And it's like I told my boss when I resigned from the painting company, because I was too old and I would not want to fall off a roof and hurt their company at all. And I told them that I'm turning 50 and I'm not getting any faster. And you need speed to really make money. But I want to show you how it's done freehand, old school style. Remember, I caulked in everything. I still got a little touch up to do, but this is how you can do it by hand if you're just careful. And that's how much paint you spill right there, not much. So this is a artificial bamboo, and it was painted yellow at first, but it goes with the motif of the whole house. Now what I'll do is I'll finish this off with a little bit of black paint, and then I will mask all that off and do the upper parts and these little sides. And I've got some days to do it, but this is how it's done in the old school. This is real wood, but you got to remember these doors and this wood were done in '67, so it's almost 45 years old. I caulked in every box, everything. You don't see any cracks, any leaks, nothing. Doors all done. This is what can be done if you just have a brush and you just take your time. And that's $45 or $50 an hour work. Everything's two-coated with duration, $60 paint. Let's see if I can shut this. What it's gonna look like. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me stand back here. Look at it. So we've got a lavender house. And we have a dark lavender bamboo set up here. And the rest of the house is light, kind of pink. And that's my great motorcycle right there. So these doors are the two false doors and the front door, which is about 2 inches thick, are done. Except for just a small amount of touch-up. That's what it looks like from doing it the old school. Not fast. I'm not fast, but I'm a craftsman. That's what my boss says. He says every company should have a craftsman. And I said, yeah, but you can't make any money with craftsmen. So I learned everything I could from Four Seasons. And they made me a much better painter, and I owe them a very big thank you. So that's what it looks like when you do it the artist's way.